What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Eddie Hearn's interview. I got to talk about this, man, because last night after the fight card with Andrade, and the African fellow that he beat, they interviewed him about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder states that he wants 60-40 in favor of him. At first, people thought that it was 40-60, which ain't too far the beaten path. I know other people would agree, especially the fans of Wilder, would agree that, that is a fair split or whatever, but he wants 60-40. And the response that Eddie Hearn gave was classic. He was like, dude, 60-40. You got to be out of your fucking mind to make people think that you deserve 60-40. You haven't made $3 million in your whole career and you want 60-40 split in favor of you. That means he's the A side. But it's not really surprising because he's already said that I'll be the A side after I beat Tyson Fury. You know what? Here's the thing. Eddie Hearn is, I think now, he's about to shut off communication, because regardless of what people say, the only people that have actually been trying to make this fight is Joshua Camp, Team Joshua. Eddie Hearn is the only one that has been sending stuff back in correspondence to ask for insight or trying to talk about a particular fight between the two. Shelly Finkel, they've went on record as saying, no, we're not sitting down because they haven't agreed to anything. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because they know they can't sit down because, a lot of that stuff in certain places that's held liable in court, because if they did say, yeah, we'll agree to the terms in certain, in certain ways, they can't be held liable and can get sued. So they know, no, we're not going to do that, and then Eddie Hearn was like, dude, you really think Deontay Wilder really wants this fight asking for that much money? And it makes sense. Deontay Wilder can't be smelling himself that much to expect 60-40 split. He can't. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, where are y'all going to fight at? Because first of all, if he says he's not going to, first he says, I'm not even going to work with Eddie Hearn, right? I don't want to fuck with y'all because I don't like him because he's pissed off a lot of people, right? He said that. He made that comment. So what are we even talking about? Why are we even talking about 60-40 split when you've already said and stated that I won't even mess with Eddie Hearn anyway? Because of the DAZN and all that, I won't even do that, and he mentioned some little shade of insight when he said, well, I see how they went directly to DAZN and bypassed Eddie. You don't bypass Eddie because Eddie's the front dude. He's the dude that introduced this whole idea to American fight fans. Canelo fights in the Americas. Okay, that's what that means on this side of the pond. Canada, United States, Mexico, Central America, and South America. Those are the Americas for people that don't know. Okay. So yes, that includes Canelo Alvarez too. So that was a part of that deal. Has a big checkbook, money is out. Money is getting signed. You know what I mean? Look, Deontay Wilder, I don't think he really wants to fight. If he really wanted to make this fight happen, you don't say that you agree to $15 million and then turn around and say, I want 60-40. You ain't even fought the dude yet that you think is going to raise your profile. And then really what honestly raised his profile is talks and talks and talks and talks of fighting Joshua. That's all he's done. He's only talked, and his fans can't see that. His fans see him go on social media doing all that whispering and stuff like that. Man, look, and I try to look at both sides, man. I'm not the dude that just be just shitting on Deontay Wilder, but I see what he does. And I'm like, well, damn, dude, if you see that these people are trying to send you the contract that actually has the money, why aren't you trying to make the fight to get the fight you say you want, to get the legacy you say you want to obtain? Why ain't you trying to do that? You only made $202.5 million. You know, $2,500,000 is the most you ever had. And you know taxes is taking a lot of that, so you ain't really made that. You know what I'm saying? And you got about 4 people you gotta break bread with. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Oh, here you go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they're getting pieces of that money. And then I don't understand why they're not jumping for joy. They're trying to milk Deontay Wilder for everything he's worth because they want him. Either don't really want him to fight, because I don't think they want him to fight, because they know, well, we're so accustomed to having Deontay Wilder fight these guys that no one's never heard of. You know what I mean? It's like one of those low risk, low reward things, but we're still making and taking a percentage. And as long as he has that WBC strap, we can still make money off our American champ. You know what I'm saying? We don't want him to fight Klitschko. We don't really want him to fight Povetkin. We don't fucking want him to fight Joshua. We don't want him to fight those guys because those particular guys are a threat. You know, I can clearly see. I think a dude's Romanov. He fought that knocked him out. You know what I mean? And he won the bronze by default. You know what I'm saying? He won the bronze by default because the number 2 guy knocked him out, right? Okay. That guy, I think his name was Romanov, right? Romanov was a short, stocky guy, not really too short, but shorter than those Joshua and Deontay Wilder guys. And he was able to get in the inside, take this guy to school, counter his punches, and get him out of there. You know what I mean? Povetkin did the same type of attempt on Anthony Joshua. The only thing is, I think Povetkin didn't really have the punching power to hurt Joshua to the extent of him falling. You know what I mean? But that's due to the conditioning. If you notice Joshua's neck, it's kind of like this. He does do a lot of neck exercises for the impact of punches. But it was the same type of fighter, okay? They like to get on the inside, and get under the guard of a taller fighter, which Romanov is that dude. That's why they didn't want to fight Povetkin. So he was out. It all makes sense to me. It seems like every single time that Deontay Wilder steps up in competition, that fight somehow doesn't get made until this year. If you look at his track record, he's done the same thing over and over again. Now you want 60-40. And then, Hearn was like, dude, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't want to hear that. Don't waste my fucking time. You know what I mean? And it makes sense. Like, don't do it if we're the only ones just trying to make the fight. It is almost like, okay, I should even stop trying because we're the only ones that was trying to make the fight anyway. All they're doing is talking. And the more they talk and attach Anthony Joshua's name to it, everybody knows Anthony Joshua is the man. Okay, regardless of what channel tells you what, you got to look at that channel and see if it ain't a channel of total biased bullshit. That's it. It's all BS. A lot of them be like, yeah, well, why he asked for that. I think that he should ask for 60-40. Why should he ask for 60-40 from fighting a guy that we don't really know what condition he's in? Now, I don't want to turn this into a rant. I want to really, keep it in perspective, but it pisses me off as a commentator, as a fight fan, as a lover of the sport that I hate so much, because you got guys like Deontay Wilder that is not humble enough to take the money or to crawl before he walks. And if he's crawling, that's some hellified crawling. You're moving places on your knees, because $15 million, that's 5 more times the money that you've ever made in your whole career in one night. Okay? $15 million is damn near more than his net worth. Let's do the math. He's worth $16 million as of now. He's worth $16 million net worth. That means all the money that he's made on all his fight purses and all them damn fights, $16 million. And they wanted to offer you $15 million. Oh, you don't mess around and fight White, because remember, White still didn't even have a fight. He could have fought White and made $8 million. We don't know how much Deontay Wilder's making. We don't know how much Tyson Fury's making. We don't know anything about those guys' contract. And Frank Warren, old fish eyes, that's what they call him, right? He was very adamant on keeping that hush-hush. But the first thing Fury wants to do is reveal a contract or an email that's stating on how much money that he would get a fight when Eddie Hearn tried to sign him. But that was on something else. But that just shows you, why is he so quick to show what Eddie Hearn's offered him versus what he's making for this particular fight. Why are they so hush-hush about it? They can't be making shit. You know what I mean? If they were making $10 to $15 million, right, anywhere in that ballpark, they could easily say, see, I'm fighting a real champion for this X amount of dollars. They're only banking on pay-per-view. They're waiting for those numbers to come out because I don't think they have anything base. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that. So for Deontay Wilder asking for 60-40, that's unacceptable. And I would have laughed at that too if I was Eddie Hearn or got pissed or whatever the reaction, honestly, that I could, you know, that would come across my face, that would hit me when I heard that dumb business. You know, that's just dumb business talk all the way around, guys. I mean, it's just, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, I think after this, that fight is a no-go. I've been, in my last few videos about this have, you know, the Ludabella thing was okay, but like, it's really kind of the close to the end because this fight ain't going to happen, guys. You know what I mean? He don't want to fight. Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight. You know, either, you know, it's him or his managers, whatever. That side does not want that Anthony Joshua fight. They don't want that April 13th date. They're waiting. This is what they're doing. I'm going to tell you exactly what they're doing. They're waiting until after the negotiations. Anthony Joshua picks another opponent. Eddie Hearn picks the opponent for him. And the first thing they're going to say, see, they didn't want the fight. They already got somebody else lined up to make their profile a little higher because they're favored to beat Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury is kind of like the sacrificial lamb. I hope that's not the case, but I'm kind of seeing that through their perspective, how they're looking at Tyson Fury. You know, so they want to market, hey, yeah, Tyson Fury, he looked in great shape. He's a dangerous fighter, which he is when he's in the right type of shape. You know what I'm saying? Not just round. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about that shape. I'm talking about fighting shape. Will he come in fighting shape? You know, and they're banking on him not being in the way he's supposed to because really statistically, who really bounces back from that type of drug addiction and from having a 3-year layoff? You know what I'm saying? That's the question you ask yourself. Just like the Reynosos banked that Amir Khan would fold when he fought Canelo. And that's what happened, right? Canelo knocked him out 6th round. Boom. You know, put this guy on the stretcher. He did that simply because they knew. You know what I mean? It's all about strategy, you know, with Tyson Fury. So you can argue that Tyson Fury, if he goes in there and knocks him out, I hope he puts up a hell of a fight. I hope he wins because then we wouldn't have this BS. Then Deontay Wilder would be humbled. And then you know what? He probably wouldn't even get the fight anyway because he's talked too much shit about the people that was supposed to feed him. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I mean? That's from Cuddy, from Dead Presidents, from those who don't know. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. So, anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this particular video, what you think about Deontay Wilder's statements and demands. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.